Hello everyone and welcome to another Nothing But Fishing. You joined me on a very windy day at Avalon and the rain is due to come in later. Now my previous upload was a short session here. Myself and Dan, who's with me again today, we're here for work. We had a little social session and managed to have 7 runs between us. I landed 4, he landed 2, unfortunately I lost one. But that was only a week or so ago and the conditions are much the same. It's still mid-March, it's quite cold and the rain's going to come in later. But today we're here for a 24-hour session. We've got some work to be getting on with. But once again, we've got the rods out, so hopefully we'll have a few. I'm going to do a proper vlog this time as well. We are midway up the lake. We are on, I think this lake's called Heath Lake. There's three lakes here, sorry. You've got this one, the Match Lake next door, and then the Syndicate opposite. So we're on the kind of the runs, or it's a lot of fish in here. We did have a few last time. So we're going to stick it out here to start with. If nothing happens here, we're going to move down to where we were last time. The only reason we're not is because there's someone fishing opposite there and we didn't want to blast 4 rods at him. That's not the good thing to do. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll have some fish. I hope you enjoy this session. I'm looking forward to it. It's the first 24-hour carp session of the year, so I'm sure we'll have a few fish. Behind the Instagram.
Well, there we go, that's fish number 1. I was just sitting down having the first cup of tea of the session and yeah, the rod's rattled off out the blue and this angry little fella was on the end. Little torpedo with massive fins. So yep, that's fish number 1. The rods have been out about an hour now, so we'll see how the rest of the day pans out. We've got a whole 24 hours ahead of us, so I think we're going to catch a few.
Well, I'm doing some filming for work and so I'm going to have to leave the camera here, but I've been interrupted once again by another screamer over in Dan's swim.
Well, there's fish number 2. Rods have been out for a couple of hours now. It's just cracking on with a bit of filming for work and same rod's rattled off again. This one's a little bit bigger, I guess. Probably the best one I've had out of here so far. But yeah, nice clean fish. Fish number 2. I think we're gonna have to reel the rods in for a couple of hours to make sure we get this work done. I'll put a little bit of bait out in the swim. And hopefully, when we put them back out later, catch a few more like this.
Well, it's coming at 4 o'clock and I still haven't had a fish. I've had a few touches here and there, but not for a very long time. The right rod has been off the point of the island since I got here. I've recast a couple of times, put some bait around it. Left rod was down in the margin, had a couple of liners first thing, but nothing after that. So I moved it to another spot on the island just by a snag, and again, nothing. So I think I'm gonna move or get some stuff ready further down the bank. Where I fished last week and had quite a few of a snaggy area, there's someone fishing opposite at the moment, but I'm gonna move down and when he's on his way, I'm gonna get my rods out down there because I still feel that that's gonna be the best, most productive place. We've had the wind pushing down there all day and it's not really been a cold wind either. The rain's due to come in very, very soon, so I wanna get the bivvy up down there and hopefully it'll pay off the move. But if not, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Feels tiny, banging around like mad. Oh, it's not bad. That is not bad. That's the biggest one I've had. It's a ghosty as well. That's a nice double. Oh, he's big. That looks like a 20. That is the most hashed landing, but that looks like it could be a 20. Yeah. It's quite fat.
Really?
Yeah. Thought I'd do a video Instagram. I've been busting my balls all day trying to get, well, not really busting my balls all day. I haven't put a lot of effort in, but I've just done a recast. Me and Dan swim, receiver started going away, and I was in. Down there is potentially a £20 ghostie. Well, it's taken its time, but my left rod just had a huge drop back, which was tight to like the island and a snag. And it's my first 20 of the year, and it's a ghostie, so it's not. I haven't had a £20 common yet. This is kind of £20 common, but 21.12 is it? £21.2, sorry. £21.2. First bite of the day, and we've got all night in that tomorrow, so very happy with that. Cannot complain. First 20 on my third carp session of the year. Brilliant. Just show you the other side. It's perfect condition. And there we go, there's the other side. What a lovely fish. May have taken its time, but I am more than happy with that. And if I don't catch any more, can't complain at that. Let's get some shots and slip it back. Well, here's Dan with his third fish. And it's a wriggly little one, we're not going to get him out. That's 3-1 to you. Well, here we are on my new swim. I'm going to be quick with just the GoPro because light is fading fast. The reason I moved down here is because last week I was down here, I fished this swim, had several fish off that snag, or that bay over there. I've been pre-baiting that all day, excuse the wind, it's been very, very gusty all day. And the other one just off this tree. The reason I haven't been down here all day is because there was someone fishing opposite and I didn't want to be casting around where he was fishing. So I've moved down here now, he's gone, and hopefully I'll get the rods out before last light and we'll have some fish throughout the night. So I'm going to quickly get the rods set back up and cast out and see you soon. There we go, both rods are now out. It's pretty much just becoming dark. Any later I wouldn't really have been able to cast out, so finally got the rods out. And the bailiff seems to think that I'm going to be choosing to wind in at some point because it's going to be a bit mad. I hope he's right and I do have to wind in, but we'll see. So I've now got both rods out. The left one has got quite a bit of bait around it because I've been feeding it all day. The other spot is just a tiny bag on a Ronnie rig, so no free offerings around the right rod. It's just going to be if a fish comes along, it's a little mouthful of bait. The left one, I'm hoping if the fish have been feeding on it throughout the day, because they seem to be feeding quite a bit at the moment, that hopefully they will then move in on that. I'm just having a bit of a tidy up before the full night comes in. I've got to do a bit more work as well, so I want things to look good for that, but hopefully we'll have several fish in the night. But it's just gone 8 o'clock and I'm offloading all the SD cards, settling in for the night. About to get on the old faithful chili con carne. It is the standard food for my sessions, and I've just been checking the forecast, and currently light rain, which is correct. From 9 o'clock onwards until 6 AM is solid heavy rain. Look at that. Disgusting. Not terribly cold, but I've still got my trusty pink hot water bowl. It's got to be done. So unless I have anything in the night, hopefully we will, and it won't get too wet, but if not, I will see you in the morning. Well, this is how much rain we're having at the moment. The blanks have just become soaking wet. It's sloppy, muddy, but as you can see, I just had a belt intake. Little common, I'm not going to bother getting him out, so I'll try and sort this light out for you. In here, ooh, in here is fish. I'm getting absolutely soaked, so I was quickly trying to lift the net up. It's just a little scrappy common, nothing huge, nothing like earlier. I can barely show you, but I'm getting absolutely soaked. But I've had another one. I'm probably going to keep the rod in now, bring that one in and try and get some sleep because this is disgusting. proper good morning to you all. As you can see, the majority of the rain has passed. We're having the odd shower coming through, but the sun's trying to make an appearance. And it's about 20 to 8. I've just got the rods back out, nicely positioned, both from our cock on where I wanted them. And I've put a bit more bait around the left rod, and already a fish has rolled down in that margin. So I'm pretty sure there's fish down there. It's just going to be a waiting game. I'm not sure how long I've got, because it's all dependent on when we get the work done. And then we can shoot on. I'll probably be back up here again tomorrow for work, but it'd be nice to get a few more fish for the camera today, wouldn't it? So yeah, rods are out. Dan's just recast his rods. I've seen he's already up as well, and hopefully just today we can dry out a bit. My bivvy is just a mud pit already, just from the fish I had last night. It's disgusting. So yeah, it's nice that the rain has finally given way to some sunshine.
Well, good morning. This is fish number 6. We didn't have the rods out last night because of the horrendous rain. It was pretty windy, pretty wet. So yeah, we reeled the rods in, got some sleep, put them back out this morning, and yeah, this one's rattled off pretty quickly. It's not a bad one. Probably one of the better sized ones of the session, other than Joe's 21-pound ghosty. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a good day. Sun's out already, so hopefully it will dry out a bit of this marshland that we're currently walking in. But yeah, I can't complain. Nice little fish.
Well, there we go. Finally had a bite, and it came on the left rod, which is I put quite a bit of bait around that one actually. Just flicked it straight back out. The fish is still in the net because there's bubbles galore coming up over there. It's like a little jacuzzi. So hopefully there's still more fish in the area, and we'll have another bite fairly soon. Dan's just got one in the net as well, so we're going to get them both out and then get them up for the camera. Well, there we go. It's taken all morning for me to get another bite, but this is number 3, I think, for me this session.
Yeah, I think so. 3.
And that's your 8th, because you've got number 7 also in the net. So kicking off for Dan, a bit slower for me, but still happy having some bites.
Yeah.
Quite a small one, really pink lips on my one actually.
Yeah, it's a little wildy, that one. Spiky dorsal, melted fins.
Nice one. I expect the exposure's now ruined because the sun's in and out of the clouds today. Let's get these back, show you your mirror, and crack on.
Cool. Well, there we go. This is fish number 8. Is it 8? Yep, fish number 8. And the first mirror of the trip, or first mirror from the lake in general, I think, for both of us.
It is.
Yeah, first little mirror, only a small one, but quite happy with that. Really clean fish. So I think we've had 3 or 4 bites this morning now since the rods have been out, and it's only 10 o'clock, so ideal. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, I think so. The sun's come out, so it's looking good. Yeah, over the moon.
There we go, we have come right to the very end of the session. I was starting to think I wasn't going to get another bite, and when Dan's rod went off once again, I just thought, let's just summed up the session. How many is that now, number 10?
Number 10, yeah.
So 10 fish, mid-March. Fish have certainly started to wake up on this lake in particular. But I finished off with an absolutely stunning little fish, probably only about £6, but orangey in colour, perfect linear both sides.
Definitely the best one of the session, anyway.
Best looking, yeah. So best looking and biggest, I think I just said.
Yeah,
You've had
without a doubt.
I'll take that.
Yeah, not
But
bad
it's been
though.
a cracking session. But I am looking forward to possibly having another fish.
Liner on the same rod.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking forward to a hot bath and a cider later, I think.
Yeah, a bit of dinner for me.
Nice one. And we got our work done. Get to call this
Yeah.
work.
Not bad, is it?
Slipping back. Actually, I'll get a few shots this one.
Yeah, we'll get some stills of yours. I'll slip this one back.
Get the camera for yours. Well, we're just coming to the end of the session, and as you just saw, we had 2 final fish right at the end. Rods are still out, they're the last thing that's going to come in, just because 1 extra fish is always a bonus. But I've ended up with 4, I think, and lost 1. And also I had a pike earlier on a Ronnie rig, got it all the way into the net. I was just about to unhook it by my feet, and it shook the hook. So it would have been a pike as well into the tally, which is a bit of a odd one, but does happen every now and then. But really enjoyable session. I mean, a personal best yesterday as well, 21.2 ghosty common. I've never had a common over £20 before, so a kind of a ghosty common, whether you class that as a ghosty PB or a common PB, I'll let you decide, but PB nonetheless. It's the biggest ghosty or common I've had before. Dan's had a blinding session where he had 10, I think lost 1, maybe 2. I've had the 4 and lost 1, so it's been a really enjoyable session for this time of year. I mean, March, we're just coming out of winter. Well, having said that, we've got a weather warning for snow and ice on the weekend, but it's starting to warm up. The fish are waking up a bit more, and it's certainly proved the case here. So I'm looking forward to a year ahead of carp fishing. It's been thoroughly enjoyable this last session and last week as well. So my juices are flowing for the carp fishing. Maybe 1 more, but if not, I've really enjoyed it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Cheers for watching. Please like the video if you did. Find me on Facebook and Instagram at Nuffinbutfishing, and subscribe to me if you haven't already. Cheers, and I'll see you again soon.